welcome to Kaiju Kami.
I'm the Kaiju Kami.
I said just welcome to the Kaiju Kami.
And this is...
I'm Cruellica Kain, the awesome one.
Well, because I'm the god one, so...
No, you're not the god one.
Okay, whatever you say.
I do say!
We are here to talk about Zenkaiger episode 47.
There. 4.
Just do that next time? It'll be easier?
Shut up.
4, 7.
I had to count because I was starting to do 8.
Why would you be...
It's weird because I don't have nails.
Why would you be doing this anyway for 8? 3 is this.
5 and 8.
No, 3! Why are you doing that?
These are 1, 2, 3.
Just why are you counting like that? Do it that way. Like a normal person.
I am
3.
not allowed to do it this way?
No, it just looks weird.
Why does it look weird? People in Europe do it like that.
Yeah, okay. Whatever. 3.
But it's not 48. It's 47.
Yeah, it's 47. So your 3 is pointless. It's 2.
This is what I get for being eternally 27.
Yeah, okay. Where's your mechanical dog and your henshin belt that says, I am the president?
Well, I have a ton of henshin belts in the toy room.
Except for that one.
Yeah.
Presented by Not Zaya.
But yeah, I should, next time we do one of these reviews, I should bring out all the henshin belts.
No. It took me a while to get those off there, to use them in my review, and then it took a while to get them back up there.
Well, I'm not just talking about the 01 one.
Yeah,
I'm talking about these.
No. Anyway, we're here to talk about Zenkaiger, not the cluster fruck of the frickin' henshin belts.
My henshin belts are awesome.
Cool. Now let's get to talk about Zenkaiger.
What if I talk about Sentai gimmicks? Nevertheless, so the title for Zenkaiger episode 47...
Per that page.
Well, no, I actually kind of remember what it was called. Next time we do this, we actually need to have the title on the screen right in front of us because we have our television right there. But it was Enter the Palace, Hold Your Head High for the Boss. Here it says Enter the Palace, I'm proud even in front of the boss. And I'm getting a weird Matrix ad, but nevertheless.
Whoa.
So this episode kind of felt like what you wanted story-wise.
20 episodes ago?
Yes.
Yes. But you know what? I'll take it.
I was hoping you would say it was a great episode.
I liked this episode. The camera work was well done. It had the best mech battle I thought of the series.
And you weren't disappointed by the Injured mech.
The miniatures with all that piping was freaking awesome.
Wow, he's proud of Junko for a tiny bit.
I don't think this was all Junko.
Well, she wrote the episode.
Well, obviously she wrote the episode, but no, it was great. Granted, I was like, wow, this is what the episodes before Christmas should have been. But you know what? Like I said, I'll take it. I really love the lighting in this episode. The lighting looked really spectacular. But yeah, the fights were really good. It was like I said, the mech battle was really good. The stuff with Stacey was well done.
And we saw Stacey's mom. Just put that out there. Stacey's mom was in the episode.
The worst part, I will say, was when Zox and family came back, and they're all supposed to be singing the song,
Yo-ho-hoy.
but Ricky and Kuttner's mouths aren't moving as they're going there singing the song.
I know.
But then they had the mouths move again,
It was weird.
when they were talking normally.
It was weird.
That was the worst part for me. But I liked when they go into Toji Tendo world and they confront Wall Boss and he bangs on the floor and the whole thing flips over and there's
No, I think what I really liked is when we started the episode, they're all talking to Yak-chan and Zek-chan, like, we're gonna go. Zek-chan is like, please take care. Gao-an, or I still think of him as Dime Store Predator, is like, yeah, we'll take care of Kaito. And she's like, I meant all of you? I'm like, come on, you've been together how many episodes? You think she's gonna say, oh yeah, I don't care about you because you're like robots and all, so can you just make sure the living, breathing blood package can be safe? But, so I like when they get there and they're running through all these corridors. So first it made me think of Doctor Who, because I think I'm now triggered by classic Who, because every time I see a corridor shot, it makes me wonder how many times they had to go back and forth down a bloody corridor to get it right. And then they're going down, and they all start going they don't know they're going the wrong way.
They turn right.
And they're like so eager, so they're just turning right, and Vroom's like, it's this way, guys. And everybody's like, oh yeah, he was part of Toji Tendo.
And then we have them going. They get up to Wall Boss, who does his little floor flip, which I thought that was ingenious.
It seemed okay. You ever play those damn video games where you meet who's the final boss in the game? But kind of like here,
he kicks you out before you even get to fight him.
I'm like, oh my god, this is such a video game experience. How many times have I met the final boss in any of my video games? And he's like, wait, you're here a little early. You gotta go.
We still have 2 episodes left. Boom! Boom!
Well, and then when they fall down through, basically I feel like they're going in Super Mario Pipe World. And you have Gowan and Juron on the floor, and then you have the suit actor.
Well, Majine was
I was about to say, I felt bad for the suit actor for Majine because that was a very precarious place to be. And so they find out that all the people, they don't know that all the people that God has sent back have gone back to the world. Which I do think it's kind of shitty that you're sending people home to a world that has yet to be saved. So they're kind of right back in the hell they originally started in. But I did think it was cool because obviously they always want that group of people rooting for you and being in pseudo danger. So it did feel like a classic Sentai episode. Because you had them trying to protect each other and shit like that.
I like the shots of when you saw them looking up and seeing Ijiru's mech just like smashing things and doing electricity. That was, the superimposing on that was really well done.
Go ahead.
No.
I was going to say the one thing that stood out to me of this episode that really proved that you have to be a good actor is when Stacey comes into the restaurant with Yak-chan and tells her everything. He made that emotional scene so visceral. Because I actually started getting emotional and I'm like, these are cheesy as dialogue. But he is selling that scene. Like selling the heartbreak. I was like, this person needs to go far in their acting career. because he could sell a scene. If he was able to, he'd be great in American movies. Because he could sell a scene with more emotion than some of our A-list actors in America could. I was like, oh my god, Stacey. And then when Yak-chan goes up to him and actually gives him a hug. Well, yes, I know you don't like hugs, but I was just like, wow. These two people could act circles around every other person in this show. And I just thought that was impressive.
And then, yeah, I also liked getting to see actually some new locations, like during the fugitive scene, as I call it, between Barashitara and Kaito and Vroom when they're being chased through the pipe.
God. Yeah, I did think of fugitive.
I was like, oh, are they going to come up and there's going to be a waterfall and they're going to have to jump off down into the water? But no, it was just inside of a silo. But it was really cool to see this, like a brand new piece of scenery in there. And then we had Stacey's missiles come down and...
Which I thought that was brilliantly done. How that entire scene played out till the point they were rescued. Because that, you actually felt the tension there. Mm-hmm. Like, everything they were doing, and this is not, just because Stacey's scene was really well acted, is not to diminish how well Kaito's actor does. It's just, Kaito is not known for his overly emotional scenes, but he is genuinely a good actor.
And then, but yeah, then we have Stacey in the return of Zox.
Which you expected that to happen, so...
But it was still a cool scene, though. I like the way they brought Zox back.
Well, I liked how he did the full singing like he used to do. Because, admittedly, that is something I've kind of missed. Because while they sprinkled it in occasionally through the last, 20 or so episodes, I really did always enjoy his segue onto the scene with the song and... Because it kind of reminded me of one of a Ronin would do for a lot of the classic movies.
And then so we have Stacey and Zox versus Barashitara, which leaves off for next week. Which
I did like how the fact that it wasn't resolved. They truly got their asses handed to them. Even though we didn't get to see it all.
And then, yeah, the mechs battles were cool. They were all with the actual suits, which was nice. Even when the Kuja test showed up.
Kuda test.
Whatever. Kudai, Kuda, Kudi, Kuda.
Kudai.
Kudo.
Kudai test. Kudai test.
Kudo test.
Why are you saying Kudo when I clearly am saying Kudai?
When the Johnny test came up and fought the mechs, that was pretty cool.
God, I hated Johnny Test.
And, well, that's just because Cartoon Network played it every 4 hours. It felt like for an hour long every day.
But enough about our ranting of our experiences watching Johnny Test.
And then they destroyed Ijirude, which was to be expected.
Well, I was happy that it took them a while to destroy them. And I'm happy that Kaito got to air every one of his grievances of you have done this, you have done that, I'm like, okay, you're angry. Actually kind of made me think of the podcast I've been listening to all day about a woman who has been catfished by a dude, but,
Speaking of dime store predators...
Well, his was pretty damn elaborate. But it was interesting to see it happen. And then we had the return of Psycho Majine.
Which, okay, yes. During the scene of when you hear Majine screeching, all I was thinking of was Bitch Pudding from Robot Chicken. Oh yeah, you goddamn bitches, you coming after me? It's time to whoop some motherfucking ass.
Oh my
Bitch
God.
Pudding.
Oh Lord. Well, one, I love bitch pudding, but no, Majine coming back and once again being her angry self was so hilarious.
But there's really not much else I think to talk about with this episode. It was a really well done, well shot episode. The action felt like it had intensity to it. That actually meant something.
Oh, everything that everybody did today felt legitimate.
You mean in this episode?
In this episode. Well, actually, let me just put it out there. This week's episodes of Tokusatsu, or Toei's Tokusatsu, were so on top of their game. I was really impressed.
Well, it's actually kind of weird to think about that. We kind of had a more silly Revice episode, while we got a more serious Zenkaiger episode.
And it's still living up to my Seinfeld. But how this episode ended was with God taking over Flint and saying, now I'm going to use her mind. And you see all of these gears above her. So wondering how that's going to play out. And then in the next episode preview, one thing I thought was cool is we actually got to see them acting out their poses. Obviously, it's really only Kaito who would be untransformed, but you get to see the regular forms of all the Kikinoids.
Which is weird to not have that in the final episode. Because usually the Henshinless roll call is the final episode.
Well, that's where I was really confused, because the way they put it here is that this next episode is the final episode. They don't have anything listed for an episode 49.
Well, they won't yet, because they don't have the episode title.
Well, usually they still list something.
Not all the time.
But, so...
Because Don Brothers shows up in 2 weeks from episode 48.
Well, I'm wondering if maybe they're having a break, rather than maybe they'll have a week break in between the two.
No. I mean, it's possible they could do an anniversary special thing, but...
But right now, they have nothing listed for an episode 49.
Well, they don't usually. They only usually have the next week's episode listed.
Well, no, usually they'll have the next 2 weeks.
Not all the time.
So, right now, it's just...
Anyway, that would be a lot to cover in one episode. Getting rid of Barashitara, the Wall Boss, Gege, having that whole thing, and the God, Gege, Stacey dude.
Well, as you put it, you wouldn't put it past them. But then again, my concern would be for an episode 49 is, would it be like some of the other series where half the episode is the final battle and the other half is like an epilogue?
Well, considering you've got to have Kaito's mom and dad come back, you've got to have the brothers get turned back to human, you've got to have like their goodbyes, because I'm almost figuring if the God dude was sending everyone back to Kikaitopia, it means he's planning to get all the universes to be separated again. Everything back to status quo. So that's a lot. And then obviously you'd have to have the defeat of Wall Boss. So that's a lot to cover in just a single episode.
True.
And then that's also if they don't end up fighting the God dude.
I'm a little confused about the God dude, but...
Well, man, yeah, that's just like your opinion.
Now you're making me think of Dogma.
That was from Big Lebowski.
I know, you're just making me think. No, because of the God dude, I'm like thinking of... Because God in Dogma was Alanis Morissette.
I'm the God dude playing a God dude playing another God dude.
Okay, the dude is different from God dude.
I'm a dude playing another dude.
You're not a Okay, let me just put it out this way, honey. You're not stoner enough to do the dude.
I'm not thinking of that one now. I'm thinking of Robert Downey Jr. Tropic Thunder. I'm the dude playing a dude playing another dude.
I feel
What do you mean by you people? What do you mean by you people?
Oh my god. He's not allowed to watch movies anymore. But I feel like we have more to talk about when you hate the episode than we do when you actually like the episode.
I don't know. I mean, the wind episode was still pretty cool, and that one didn't blow. What?
Well, if you're going to tell dad jokes, I might as well.
I'm not telling dad jokes.
Well, it was a dad joke.
You're a dad joke.
Technically, yes, I am.
I know.
But, okay. My dad joke for the day.
But you don't even know your dad, so how can it be a dad joke? I doubt he's watching these videos, because you don't even know who he was, even if he was.
I think he's dead by now.
Maybe. You can only hope.
Well, one of them is dead, so...
So maybe we should...
Okay, this is really depressing now. Everybody's learning so much about me from these Zenkaiger episodes. They figured out I smoked when I was super young. Now they're going to find out that I am a poor child who didn't know her original father. And then another one of my fathers is dead. My current dad, the dad I like, he's still alive. So that's the important thing.
Cool.
I have 3 of them.
We have come to terms. I still think we should extort your original dad for money. Find him and extort him to remain...
He probably doesn't even remember who the hell my mom was.
Well,
it was bowling night.
That's what DNA testing is for. Like, yep, now you owe me 27 plus shipping birthdays.
Okay. 1, you can only get child support for your child until they're 18.
27 plus shipping Christmases.
The man would be in his 70s.
Uh-huh.
In his 70s. Really, are we going to air my childhood on all of these Zenkaiger episodes to make people wonder? Maybe the final episode will talk about all the other terrible things I've either had in my life or done as a person.
No, we'll save that for Don Brothers episode 1.
Okay, sure. Because we'll be talking about how that's an acid trip, and I can explain. Oh, God, no. I'm going to stop. Let's move on. So you're going to make me turn out to be a horrible person. I'm really not that bad, people.
Just think.
I was a teenager in the 90s.
You are more horrible than the Toji Tendo combined. You have done more bad things than they have. What have they done? Absolutely nothing.
That makes... Okay. 1, Mom, if you're watching this, I promise I'm not trying to tell all this bad stuff. And 2, blame him. You've been blaming him for over 20 years. What's one more day?
It could be a... Are you serious? What's one more day? Well, you see, Spider-Man ends up Aunt May ends up dying.
Everyone, we're moving on because all he's going to do is talk about how much he hates Spider-Man's one more day.
Mephisto shows up and Mary Jane's like...
Okay, oh, no.
So Mephisto shows up and says, yo, let's make a deal.
No. All right, everyone. Thank you for joining us on this next video.
We didn't do our...
I was about to.
Okay, fine. Go ahead.
So, if you want to watch more of what we do, I promise you we try to be as entertaining in this if you're new. So if you're new to the channel, please like, subscribe, comment below. Let us know what you think about, what you enjoy. You can even talk about how horrible of a person I was just from listening to this alone. And if you want to learn more about how horrible of a person I was, please check out our previous videos on Zenkaiger because we do marriage counseling and apparently we do therapy for myself at the same time now. We also do a lot of tokusatsu videos, anime, movies, whole bunch of stuff. So please, As always, like, subscribe, comment. You can also follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Discord, Patreon at Kaiju no Kami. And we also have a website, creativitybydesignllc.com. And we also have some great merch, which you can find on our website at creativitybydesignllc.com/shop. So I guess that is all from me, Cruellica Kain. Apparently I need to live up to that name now. And this is my horrible husband, who I've been with for over 20 years. Actually, in 2 weeks, well, practically, it'll be 2 weeks and change.
Okay.
It'll be 21 years.
Okay, today's the 16th. So 20 years, 11 months, and 10 days.
And he calls me the girl of the relationship.
And actually, in 8 minutes from this moment in time, it will be 11 days.
How could it go up? If you said 10 days, it should be 9 days. You said 11 months.
Well, okay, technically, yeah. Exactly 10 days and 7 minutes from now. Or 8 minutes from now.
So,
okay, whatever.
Apparently I'm the girl in the relationship, but he remembers the exact date and time that we started dating.
So?
One, that is super hella romantic. So for any guys out there or girls, if you want to get into a successful relationship where you end up staying with a person for over 2 decades, remember the exact date and time of your relationship, but don't ask your partner to remember it, because depending on how horrible of a person they are, they're lucky to remember the exact day. Because guess who forgets the anniversary of this relationship?